Welcome to the latest installment of the Run to Daylight Show. I'm your host, Todd Burrows, and I'm going to be doing a live puppy 3 on this Sunday morning early. I think I'm going to try and knock out one or two shows today. In fact, I might sign up for a live FFPC draft later. This podcast is brought to you by the FFPC. There are 3,200 teams left, and I am signing up for the 1230. So I just need to look at what to name the team based on my number. And I think this will be a Todd from PA team. And you got to be careful doing slows now because you're going to run into the fast clock. Todd from PA 26, I think this is, if I got it right. So if you want to get in at a 12:30 live with me, I won't be recording it live. What I'll be doing is I will be going over each pick and giving my comments. That way I don't get sniped. I will do probably a live one or two before everything is over. But if you go to myffpc.com, that's myffpc.com, there are still 4 spots available for the 12:30. And I see my old friend Austin Martin is in there. Let's see. Couple stars, couple non-stars, so that will be that. The FFPC has $2 million prizes for season long. I have a main event coming up, which I will probably do the same thing where I go pick by pick so you guys get to see my thought process for each pick, but I'm not trying to get sniped. It's just the nature of how you got to do it sometimes. So we're going to do a live puppy and with this one, and there are 8 people left. This one, if you want to come in and snipe me, if you join now, you will be able to do it. But I am over 500 drafts. Let me share my screen. 20-second clock. I love this faster clock. And you guys are going to be able to see everything that I'm doing. Put my cute little face down on the bottom. And there are... Nope, it looks like we're full. So if you didn't get in there, pick 104. So let's see if my Spike Week overlay loads. Hopefully it does. It's been a little slow the first time loading. You can see the Draft Hacker loading over here, which is a nice new feature. I've got 42 seconds for it to load. You can also come over here and see that I am in a bunch of slows still. And that, I showed you there were 4 left. There's still 4 left for the one coming up at 12:30, a live FFPC. Go to myffpc.com. That is myffpc.com. So you see, it looks like it loaded properly. I've been doing a lot of Bijan down the stretch. I've been pulling him up everywhere. And then what I do is I use my draft tracker over here. You can see I've got 604 total teams, 108 Best Ball Mania teams done. Not as concerned on individual tournaments, but I will pull up that there. And then over here, I like pulling up opponent combos. So whoever I take first. So I'm at 9% Chase, very little, 8% Justin Jefferson, 14-11. I'm going to make this a Justin Jefferson team. So that is that. Now, as you guys know, 20-second clock, it goes quick. So I fill my queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm trying to get a little more Achan down the stretch. Olav is finally falling to where he should go. You can see I have 17% neighbors, 15% cup. That's who I've been prioritizing down the stretch. Wouldn't shock me if, but let's take a look. So the way I do it, I'm not sure it's the right way to do it, but I just look at Minnesota, and then I'm looking at who I've mixed Justin Jefferson with. It's a pretty good spread. Only 6% cup, 13% neighbors, and 10% Achan. So I'm probably looking at Achan or cup. And then coming back, I have very little Devonta Smith. So I wouldn't mind pulling him up. So I've come up after watching some of the games, and you guys can jump into the comments if you want. I will keep looking to see if there are any comments and if there are any questions. So we are 6 picks away. What I also like to do is while I'm drafting, so you guys are going to get to see my process a little bit here. And I go to active. So you can see that I've got a bunch of, I'm still almost 100 slows. So while most of my money ends up going to the FFPC, at least 2/3 of it, I have cut out DraftKings, and I am doing a lot of Achan looks like he's been getting pulled up. So let's see if I can get cup. There are no all the way down to here for a DK Metcalf correlation, but I've got 26% of Metcalf with Justin Jefferson. Cup made it back. So what you can do also is look at your opponent combos. So that's opponent combos. Oh boy, that's what I was doing. My player combos I didn't do. Well, that wasn't very smart, Todd. All right, Minnesota. So I had 24% neighbors, 13% cup. I have no Ayuk and very little Derrick Henry. Will Ayuk make it back? That is a good question. It does not look. Oh, he's still there. So those are 3 guys. I would go for the correlation, even though I've got a lot. I've got a decent amount of Devonta Smith, but the field didn't. So that's what you're looking at here. The field in general does not pair Devonta Smith with these guys very much. I could also do something. You know, I talked about how I a little bit about the Chiefs. I might pull Rice up. Let me see what the field is doing with Rice. You can see 3%, 8% here, 7% there. I don't know if you guys can actually see that with this, it being so small, but I can. And I'm on the clock. Ayuk. Yeah, so I don't have much of that combination. That opens up a little bit of Detroit. I get that week 15 correlation. Not that that's a big deal for me. So I'm trying to get a lot of Chiefs down the stretch here. So 15 picks away. Mahomes and Rice. I've got 13 with 14 away. Cooper. I have almost no Josh Jacobs, but I have that correlation. So I might consider that with my second pick. Definitely would consider McBride to go with Kupp, even though I've got a decent amount of it. All right, so we're set up here. Let's move and see if we have any questions. No questions. Let's move over to let's make some picks. So I've been doing a lot more zero running back this year, which calls for 2-6-7-2, Cousins and Rodgers. So I definitely could get a quarterback, but the only one I have stacked is Russell Wilson. Well, and it's not with anyone I really want. So I'm good at tight end with Pitts and Conklin. I've been doing a lot more tight end this year. Cousins and Rodgers, but I'm not loving any of my choices at quarterback. Back to my whole adding a chief so I can look at my playoff view. I've got Rashee Rice and Najee Harris. So I've got that. Carson Steele. Both of those guys are but a seventh running back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like my running back room. My wide receiver room, I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 early. Let's see. Is there any wide receiver that I'm really high on? Jalen Hyatt. I want some more Malik Washington, but I don't have. All right. I'm going to go Deneric Prince. This is a slow puppy. Really didn't need it, but add to that stack. 1 pick away. Let's see what's there. So Mahomes is gone. He's been getting pushed up, but does that mean I don't want Rashee Rice? It doesn't. But Flowers also fell here. Pick 45. I'm still going to take Rice. I want to get my Rashee Rice up. I didn't take as much of it as I can. This is a time. I've got 8%, which isn't bad. This is a time-sensitive draft. And getting a call on a Sunday morning for business. All right, so I got Rice. The value went away. There's no. So would I consider Andrews? Yes. I'm starting to not be as happy with my running back rooms. But I did this in a BBM recently where I took both Rice and Worthy. And there go, so look, is Cooper okay? Could I add Deshaun Watson? I could. But then he goes, I'm not really taking a lot of Christian Kirk. I could take Jaden Reed, but I can get other pieces later there. And, oh, shoot. That's what I get when my phone rings twice. So I got Christian Kirk by accident. Good job, Todd. If anyone's watching and you want to yell at me, go right ahead. Nobody yelling at me for being stupid. 1, 2. But it opens up Trevor Lawrence. I don't have a ton of Trevor Lawrence. So I've got 5 wide receivers. So I'm really upset with myself. I didn't want wide receiver there. Montgomery, I don't have a lot of. I'm not taking Kamara. I mean, I really like some of the wide receivers coming up. So big mistake on my part, but that's okay. We all make mistakes, and my phone kept ringing, and it distracted me while I was trying to talk. All right, so let's go back and make some picks. That's the thing about that 20-second clock. So here's a 106.1. So I need running backs. 89. I don't have only 5% Swift, but 16 picks, 14 picks after ADP with a correlation. I mean, I do have one already, but it doesn't matter. We can look at Caleb coming back. All right, so that's done. 4 picks away. Let's not screw it up this time. So Kittle, I could take Rashad White. I could take, I mean, this is an area where I've been really pounding wide receiver. I could go 6 with Watson and then get a running back coming back. Then I can take Jordan Love, but I'm going to really be struggling at running back. Oh, there goes Watson. So that's easy. So Rashad White, pick 69, 7 picks after. Don't love him, but, this is where you mix it up. I could take a Hollywood coming back, but I've already got one. Both of the, I guess Najee is available. All right, 5 picks away. Let's see. All right, so here's a 2, 4, 6, 1. I've got some week 17 correlations. I like my quarterbacks. Fant is easy here. Fills in. Is there anyone I'm passing ahead of him? Not really. Very easy. So you see how Seattle then fills out here using the spike week tools. Got a 2, 4, 6, 2 with an early first rounder. There are some late running backs I still like. 2 tight ends, Kincaid and Fant. Boom. Easy. Let's line up the next one. No questions. All right. So 3 picks away. Could I go Kyler to go with? I really could. But he went right before me. All right. Well, we'll go James Conner. Get that correlation with Cooper Kupp. My first week 17 correlation. I've got 2 running backs now, a 0, 2, 5. A lot of tight ends I like late. I missed out on a really sweet period for the wide receivers on this draft, but that's okay. Jameson, 5, 6, 7. Jalen Warren had a hammy, so he might make it back. I like Zamir White. Addison, nah. Burrow, Swift, Mostert week 16. Jordan Love, I like. I could definitely go there. Brooks has a correlation. Not really looking tight end yet, but Bowers is good. I'm always willing to take Jaden Daniels. Pollard correlation. I've been drafting a lot of Brian Robinson. I don't mind Moss. So I've got 11 with 9 away, but there's a bunch I'm not interested in. All right. So here is a team of 0, 1, 5. First thing I always do is look at quarterback. I've got Jaden Reed. I'm really trying to push up Jordan Love. But am I passing on anyone I'll really regret? Oh, I got 2 picks. This is easy. So I'm going to take a Najee share. I am way more owned on Warren, and with the hammy, good time to take a Najee share. And then Jordan Love gives me a quarterback. I don't have a Minnesota Viking yet, but this is fine. I love Jordan Love. 1, 2, 5. 2 picks away. Let's go back. Najee. It's funny. Najee's still there, but there goes Najee. I got Tampa. No quarterback. Could I go Daniels, but I don't have Atlanta. Am I going to push? I am going to push. Ferguson's a value. 84. We're at pick 93. I don't love him. Come on. No, I got him anyway. No, I didn't. Who did I get? I got Brooks. Got to be quicker. I'm a little too distracted here. But that was who I originally had. I now have the Carolina, Tampa Bay. And I'm coming back. I could have gone Fergie and then Dak, but that's okay. I know who I want coming back. getting running back a little earlier on this one. So I've got Darnold, I've got Stafford, I've got Purdy, and I've got Watson as guys that I could get. See how far Lawrence is down here. I could pull Lawrence up, but I won't. Oh, man, Pollard went right before me. Sniped. So Daniels, I think, has standalone value. I'm just going to take him and get my quarterback. No correlations, no stacks. Not ideal, but Algier is down there and Mooney is down there. So 15 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not taking Shakir. 7, 8. I would take Purdy. I would take Wicks. Would I take Goddard in this build? No. Quorum I would consider. This thing moves every time there's a pick. I would consider Benson. I definitely would consider Eckler to go with Daniels, and then Dotson pull up. All right. I might be pulling up on the next pick, and I've been doing more pulling up. ADP as we go along gets less and less important. Let's try and make one pick and then go back and focus. So this team doesn't have a ton of week 17 correlations. Dak's not correlated. Is there anyone with Philadelphia that I would even consider? Well, Will Shipley, but it's too early for Will Shipley. So we're not worried about that. I could get a second quarterback. Gino, 4 picks away. I'm not going to get caught again. So Lawrence and or Purdy, both guys need a second quarterback, but Wicks went, no. If he goes, I will pull Eckler up. This is a get sniped draft. There goes Purdy. Although when a guy goes at pick 1, yeah, he went right at ADP. That was another snipe. Well, I got Lawrence. All right. But I didn't get any. I'm not taking Lawrence. I'm going to pull Eckler up. And I'm going to come back and grab Dotson early. And then, all right. So he should be there, 147. So really, I'm looking at running back or quarterback here. There's a lot of late tight ends I like. Gino. So with Seattle, I've got him with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Chicago coming back. I've already got Keenan Allen coming back. This is a beauty. Just add that one. And then we'll go to the next one. If Lawrence makes it back again, I will take him, even though I don't have a Titan. I'm passing on Gabe Davis to get Dotson, which I don't love. I could just go Diami Brown later. Well, there goes Lawrence. There goes Cooks. Do I want Gabe Davis? I've got 5. Is there? Oh, Goddard's a good pick. Gotta hurry. So I went tight end. I got Goddard 9 picks after. And then Dotson maybe makes it back. If not, I've got Diami Brown. I've got Darnold for my second quarterback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Algier. Where's Algier? Where's Mooney? There's Mooney. So I should get someone that will help me on my next pick. All right. Unfortunately, I won't get more than one. All right. So this team's a 1-3-5-1. Playoff view, just Dallas and Philly. So open to other things. My tight end is Jake Ferguson. So if I get Freiermuth, I'm really happy there. Gabe Davis. But I could use another wide receiver. My three running backs, Eckler, Chubb, tight end. Look at my friend, the Daily Dial. He's got three running backs. He's probably going to want one. All right. Later. Not now. Thank you. I'm going to take Gabe. Like I said, tight end is something late that I feel I can get. I didn't see if Dial had Gabe would have been on his radar or not. All right, 3 picks away. Dotson's still there. Algier's still there. Mooney's still there. So I'm going to get one of them. The question is if I get a chance at more than one of them. I think I'm going to prioritize Dotson for this. Mooney, I got to come out of here with somebody from Atlanta because there's really nobody else left, where I have Diami Brown to back up Dotson, and I can even take Luke McCaffrey. So I feel like this team needs, let's go Algier. 5th running back. Remember, I started with 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round, and 5th round wide receivers. So my need to get wide receiver is less. No questions. All right. So Stafford, 2nd quarterback, possibly. I don't want Cousins, Kmet. This team, I'm going to go late tight end. I like Jalen Wright. I like Stafford, Michael Wilson. Okay. Chuba, okay. Leggett, no. McLaughlin, no. Douglas, no. So you see how I'm looking ahead. Ray Davis, always yes. Marshawn Lloyd would give me a correlation with Jefferson, which I like. Where is... I already lost... Wow. Hawkinson went early. Where did Hawkinson go? On the clock. I'm going to take Lloyd. So you can see I'm trying to get, I want a correlation with my 1st round pick. I'm now done at running back. I got 6. I got 6 good ones. I got 5 stud wide receivers. So I need to start prioritizing Darnold, and he goes wildly. So, I could go other directions at running back, at quarterback. I've got Baker. Do I have Baker with a wide receiver? No. So probably come out with Darnold. I don't. So wide receiver I need to look at. I've got 5. I like Wandell, and he would open up. I like Tolbert to go with my Philadelphia Eagle, which is Goddard. Demarcus Robinson. Stafford got pulled up. That's okay. I really was looking at Darnold for this team. 8 picks away. Is there a tight end I really want? Sinnott, I'll put in the queue for later. I've got Daniels with Eckler, but I need one of his pass catchers, I feel like. All right, 6 picks away. Let's see if we can make a quick pick. I've got a quarterback here. He's unstacked. Denver, I can get him late. I got two stud running backs. So this is a wide receiver pick here. And do I want to pull anyone up? No. Addison, I don't love Addison here, but I don't love anyone here. Addison it is. All right. Go back. Get set up. Now this is a BBM. Spend a little more time on them. Wandell, beautiful. So Wandell gives me the chance, a backup with Daniel Jones in case I miss on Darnold. I don't have to pull Darnold up as much. Tight end, nobody with a correlation, so I don't mind waiting. Dortch, I like. No more running backs. They got to get out of the running back mentality. So if there's nobody I really like here, did Darnold go already? Yeah, look at this asshole. Sorry. All right, well, that's why I pulled up Wandale. He pulled up Darnold with nobody, no stack, 4 rounds early. I guess he's going to pull up Naylor. Well, that's disappointing, but not the end of the world. I still have the stack. I don't need the quarterback. I do need a quarterback. I could go Baker here with Rachaad White and try and get someone later. But did Daniel Jones get pulled too? No. All right, I'm going to take Daniel Jones. I'm just going to get that over with. I don't care about ADP. He might not make it back. I don't have an Indianapolis, but 2 good running quarterbacks. 2-6-6-1. Would I take a third on this team? No. All right, so tight end, I got Sinat pulled up. I got Theo Johnson, who I like. I got Dulcich, who I like. Let's see, wide receiver. McMillan. Yoshi. Parkinson? No. All right. So let's make a pick if we can. 1, 2, 4, 1. Got Mahomes. I've got a stud running back. 4, a tight end. Chase Brown. That would give me 2 with Jamar Chase. I could go for a third running back here. Javonte is correlated. I'm not going to get another shot at this apple in this good running back range. So I'm going to take Javonte, get the correlation rather than doubling up with Chase. I got a lot of Chase Brown and a lot of it cheaper. So I've been getting the drafts without enough week 17s lately. So, all right. Sinat's the pick. He looked good. I've got a decent tight end. I might go 3 tight ends on this team because I don't think I need an 8th wide receiver. 12, 14, 16. If I'm just going with these 2 quarterbacks, I could put Miami in. I could put Pierce. Alec Pierce in. I like Theo Johnson. I think he's underappreciated. Says I have a Panther, but that's Brooks. All right, let's just look at wide receiver. Luke McCaffrey. Diami Brown, I already pulled up. Jalen Hyatt, I like. I like Hyatt more than Theo Johnson. Slayton is reasonable to go with Daniel Jones. And if I don't, Pierce is down the line a bit. Good question. Best ball on call. Thank you for the question. I agree. It's correlation, it's stacking, and it's getting guys that you think have upside. That's basically what it is. Good question. If you have any more, let me know. On the clock. So I'm going to take Jalen Hyatt, who I think is a big play guy, over Luke McCaffrey, because I should be able to get one. I'm going to take Slayton out now. I'm going to take Theo out. Although Theo is okay. Dulcich I like a lot. But I'm really looking. I got Sinna. So I've got someone with Daniels. I got a really good group in here. I'm going to put Theo back in. Let's see who makes it back. So size 10 Ho. Okay. All right, let's see. Make a pick before we're done. One last pick. So I don't have Dak stacked. How far away is, and I don't have anyone for Philly. This team's a bit of a mess. 4 running backs. Jaleel, Marshawn Lloyd. Gino. So I got Charbonnet, but I don't have a running back. I really don't want to do that with Gino. Levis. I do have Ridley. Will he make it back? Probably. So, but so here's the question. Do I take Levis or do I, Levis is all the way down here. I'm going to take Tolbert. I think it's more important to stack Dak. If Lamb holds out, he could be an issue. Probably looking at the backup Shipley for my correlation late. One pick away. So probably looking at Diami here. My 2 tight ends are Goddard and Sinnott. I kind of like Dulcich a lot. Boy, this is a tough one. Push comes to shove, I think Dulcich is going to be more valuable to this team than a stacking or a correlation. So the team ends up Daniels and Daniel Jones, White, Connor, Brooks, Eckler, Algier, and Lloyd. 7 running backs, but 5 of them early, 3 tight ends. Could have went a couple different ways at the end. That is going to do it for this show. Thank you very much for joining.